Round 5 underway now after establishing the final for the women. It is going to be Courtney Conlog up against Tyler Wright. But have a look at this first heat of round 5. The current Jeep ratings leader, Matt Wilkinson, taking on Nat Young. And this is such an interesting heat, Ross, on a couple of different levels.
I think, you know, well, here we go. Nice looking wave.
Wilkinson driving, trying to get onto this open face. Missing a bit of scoring opportunity from the outset, and he knows it. He kicks out. And let's see if Nat can put up a big number here. He's going to drive into this first section. The wave flattens out a little bit. Sticking with the foam, just hoping that this wave steepens up on the inside, but it doesn't. He kicks out. So just narrowly missed out on a spot directly through to the quarters after a pretty decent round 4 performance, but some early falls cost him in the end. Here he is on a decent looking wall. And again puts everything into that first turn. Was a flatter section of water though. Looking to squeak 2 in there. And just gets eaten alive by the white water.
He tried to shove his board right back into the lip. Beautiful surf right now. It is just begging for power moves, and that was a nice opener for Matt. Strong backside snap. Pretty open, full face right here. So again, he got greedy, tried to fit 2 for 1. He did have some room there. I mean, give him some credit. He almost pulled it off, but that whitewash is so tough to handle. So right here, he's going to go into a snap and cut it just a little short right there, saying, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try and put my nose of my surfboard right back up into the lip. So he's quickly trying to tweak his tail just enough to get that surfboard back up into the lip. And he pulled it off, but that's where the whitewash converges together from both sides of him. And he's in a garbage compactor right there. There's no chance.
Nat Young swings into the first wave, driving off the bottom, just adjusting to get the timing right on that first turn. Swooping lines as he waits for this wall to stand up, and he hangs on to a tricky exit out of that last maneuver. So that should be the best ride so far.
Disengage the fins or go for a tail slide. He turned right before that wave closed out. Look at the size of that wave, Ronnie. Slowly but surely, it definitely is getting bigger out there. I like this snap right here. He rounded it out. So again, this wave can really make you look silly, but that last move was so legit. A lot of power, and then all of a sudden it'll hit a shallow spot. So a lot of times you're dictated by the speed from the wave. You're not the one that's controlling the tempo, so you have to match it. And that's exactly what he's doing right here. He's putting his eyes on a section that he wants to hit, and he sees that it's not ready yet. So he says, okay, I'll wait for you. Now that the section's ready, there he re-engaged with that bottom turn rail and went for that kind of lengthened snap. So again, this wave tends to lay down, then stand up. You really have to have great reflexes. But the judge is keeping that scale down in the early stages.
Here is Nat again on a more medium-sized wave. Strong first turn. Able to get a bit more aggressive on that first maneuver. The wave has flattened out somewhat though. Nat just looking for a good backup here.
But I like the rhythm he's in right now. Under priority, he's not being picky. But you can't tell from the beach. You know, a lot of times what looks like to you a small wave out in the lineup, to us it looks like a great wave. So it's easy to build scores when you're under priority. You're not as selective. And again, a nice finish right there.
Now live action right there. That's Nat Young smashing away on the lip. As you can see, having a good heat trying to take down the current world #1, Matt Wilkinson. Can he do it?
Doing very well at the moment. Looking to improve on a 6 with this wave. Nat Young has already established a pretty decent lead. But Matt Wilkinson, he won't be too freaked out just yet, Ross. 7.77 is what he needs to get out in front.
Nat Young has been picking him off. What did he get? He got a 6 for his wave prior. So he's already got a solid backup, and this is much better. Nice heavy snap. Little bobble though on that bottom turn. And that's not going to help his cause, but he cleans it up with another snap. You can tell he's really finding his feet on this board, Ronnie. You can see with each turn he looks like he's getting more confident.
Well, back to live action now. after a solid recap for Nat Young, and Matt Wilkinson has tapped into a pretty nice looking wave. He gets upside down, tries to adjust to get his feet back on his board before the lip just absolutely pulverizes him. And Nat Young out the back can really make a solid lead on Matt Wilkinson if he can finish this wave off, and he belts that section. And just a rare tidy exit.
But first up, Matt Wilkinson had a really, actually pretty horrific wipeout. Just a little hesitant, got hung up in the wind. Wow, got disengaged right there. The board got airborne. And that was awkward looking, Ronnie. Never want to fall like that when your board is off the water with that wind blowing. You don't know how it's going to reconnect with the water. Very easy to twist an ankle or hurt a knee. And as he falls back, check it out, that whole wave unloaded right on his head.
Just slapping his head. This heat is coming to a close, but here is the replay of Nat Young's ride, and this will be the best wave of the heat.
Go ahead and put this board on ice. I'm liking the way it looks. Nice little snap. The first move was big, but that snap right there was so on the butt. That was beautiful. A lot of power. That is trademark Nat Young.
8.77 for Nat Young on that ride, and this heat is coming to a close. And Nat will move on through to the quarterfinals. He'll be taking on Joel Parkinson, and again putting up a solid heat score total on his way through the round, 16.37. And Matt Wilkinson, well, he loses out in a CT event for the first time in 2016.